Gabbie, I don't know if your plan for me in this quote-unquote series is to follow through with your threats from last summer of talking about our past. I do, however, sincerely beg you to leave my trauma out of it. Stop using the clips of me crying. You've done enough. Leave this out of it. Oh my gosh. And she put this clip over the audio of her talking about people who tried to put a quote-unquote target on her back. I get it, Gabbie. We've had a toxic falling out after our friendship ended. Please, leave me alone now. Okay, guys, I gotta give a couple of disclaimers just to save my own butt. I know that Jessie allowed Gabbie to use the clips. I know that and consented to both of them using it. I understand that. So I don't know whether or not Gabbie legally has a leg to stand on, but I'm going to defend Gabbie morally because what Jessie's doing is so wrong. So very, very wrong. And anybody who's defending Gabbie on this one is wrong too. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. It's just that simple. And I'm going to, you see, I'm not going to do very much editing. I'm not going to put screenshots, things of that nature, if I can remember. Because I've gone through a hell of a week myself. Not going to talk about my problems. But I've been going through depression myself, which is why this really pisses me off. And which is why I'm not going to do much in the way of editing. Because I just don't feel like it mentally right now. But I am going to be reading from my phone. You can always tell when I'm reading because I tend to stutter. So those are the disclaimers out of the way. We've got that taken care of. Okay. So, what happened? You heard me read that clip at the beginning before my intro. So you know what happened. Gabbie is using Jessie's trauma against her. She is. These are I have to make sure you know that this is my opinion. I'm stating my opinion, and I'm so angry about this. It's not even funny. It's just not. And people trying to give Gabbie the benefit of the doubt. I mean, one person flippin' said this to me. One person said this. I like both of them. But how can you release a video to the public of a conversation and not expect it to have fair use regulations applied? You released it so you both can use it however you want. And I said, not in the way that is manipulative and deceptive. She is harassing Jessie, lying about her. Also, how the flip can you like Gabbie after all the bullying she has done? And I'm not just talking about Jessie. I'm talking about in general, with Rachel Oates, with other YouTubers, Rice Gum. I don't even like Rice Gum, but let's face it, she bullied Rice Gum. She drove Rice Gum to the point of him destroying her property, which I don't condone Rice Gum breaking her phone, but he asked her repeatedly to stop bothering him. So let's just get that out of the blue right there. He asked her repeatedly for her to stop, and she chose not to. So we're just gonna get that out of the way right now. He responds with, nobody can say what is manipulative here. When one party releases the clip and nobody knows what actually happened, they can both manipulate, or neither can. We're not the judges or of a private situation. I said, right, dude, right. Keep thinking that. Nobody can fake Gabbie saying, quote, I'm going to hear Curtis out, and, quote, I'm not going to publicly call him out. Guys, I just wanted to make this quick edit. I know I said I wasn't going to do much editing, but when I was going to get that screenshot, the dude decided to delete his tweets, and he decided to block me. So it's amazing how you can point out the very obvious fact of you cannot manipulate what Gabbie Hanna said, and they can't say anything, so they run away and hide, and they delete the tweets that make them look like an idiot. But here is proof that I actually read off what I did read off, despite the fact that you cannot see the tweets because the fool deleted them. And now, back to the original audio. Also, Jessie's reaction was not fake at all. And Gabbie is blocking people, apparently, for asking, when are you gonna apologize to Jessie? You see, I don't have any sympathy for Gabbie at all. None whatsoever. She is a lying, manipulative individual, and she needs to be called out. I don't even understand how you can support Gabbie Hanna just on... Let's take Jessie out of the equation. Her bullying Rachel Oates. Her being mean to Rachel Oates. Manipulating Rachel Oates. Saying, oh yeah, you can review my poetry. You can review my poetry. And then all of a sudden call her the bully. For what reason? Because she said bad poetry makes her physically ill. Oh, grow up, Gabbie. Bullying Rice Gum. Harassing him to the point where he threw your phone. You wouldn't leave him alone. Bullying that other dude who I don't even know who he is for saying that he wouldn't sleep with you. Oh my gosh. There are so many instances of Gabbie just being a flat out awful human being. It's not even funny. So the fact that anybody can defend Gabbie Hanna is beyond me. I do not understand this. I just don't. And so, for me, I don't believe Gabbie at all. Even let's just take the most extreme route. Let's just say that Gabbie, let's just say Jessie was manipulating all the audio, everything was just manipulated by Jessie. And she gave it out to the public. Again, I'm going to make sure that I preface this and make sure this is clear. I understand she gave it to the public, so it's fair use. I'm talking about this on a morality level, which Gabbie does not seem to have any morals whatsoever. This is a morality level for me, baby. Here's the thing. Let's say that everything is manipulated by Jessie. Everything. Let's just go with that. She still went through an SA attack. So, we know that Curtis did what he did. People say, well, he pled no contest. Pleading no contest is essentially the same as pleading guilty. I'm not a legal expert, but it's essentially the same thing. It's admission of guilt without actually admitting that you did anything. Seriously. So stop with this defending Curtis garbage. Gabbie still stated, I'm not going to call Curtis out publicly. I just want to hear him out. All this other garbage is what she said. Sorry, my Audacity clipped out. So how are you going to defend her in any way? She has a history of manipulating people. She has a history of lying to people. She has a history of telling half-truths, deleting tweets that make her look bad. We know that for a fact that she has a history of doing that garbage. So how are you going to defend her? How are you going to say comparatively, oh, well, both parties can manipulate things? Yeah, they can. But look at the track record of Jessie Smiles. Look at the track record of Gabbie Hanna. Who has the better track record here, Jessie or Gabbie? Well, to me, it seems Jessie has the better track record, because she came out with the story. She came public with the story a long time ago because she felt she had to, because Gabbie was being her manipulative self. Do you think Jessie just came out with this for grins and giggles? No, she most certainly did not. She did it because she felt she needed to. And so this is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off to no end. Is when people get manipulated, bullied, harassed, and people still are like, well, Jessie could have manipulated it. Oh, shut up. Miss me with that trash. Miss me with it. Because Gabbie never denied the voice clips. Ever. To my knowledge, she has not denied it. She has not denied saying a single dang thing. So miss me with this nonsense of, well, Jessie could have manipulated it. Shut up. What Gabbie is doing is morally wrong. You know it's morally wrong. I know it's morally wrong. It's despicable, and it needs to stop. I'm personally going to report that video for bullying and harassment if I'm able to. If YouTube will allow me to, I'm going to report that video for bullying and harassment because that's exactly what Gabbie's doing. Jessie is pregnant. She wants this to be put behind her, and you don't have the decency to leave her alone. Okay, yeah, you're right. Fair use, people. Gabbie has a right to do whatever the hell she wants to because fair use, fair use, fair use. But as a decent human being, you would think, okay, Jessie went through a traumatic experience. Okay, Jessie's pregnant. Okay, maybe this stress isn't good for Jessie. Okay, maybe this stress could cause her to have a miscarriage. Maybe it's not prudent for me to have this little petty drama going everywhere. Maybe it's just not. Maybe my need to be morally right isn't necessary right now because there is a child at stake here. Because stress can cause people to have a miscarriage. But Gabbie's not a moral human being. She's just not. She's full of herself. She's all about, doing what she can. She has a history of causing all this drama to promote her crappy music. And now she's doing it again and again and again and again and again. And people want us to apologize to Gabbie? Hell no. I refuse to. I never thought I would be a drama channel, and quite frankly, I don't consider myself one. I want to state my opinion on all things that I find that either irritate me or interest me, and this irritates me to hell. I'm not a Jessie Smiles fan. I've never watched but one of her videos, and that was her video talking about Gabbie, Hannah, and Curtis. But I'm not a hater of Jessie either. I'm just saying I've never seen her stuff. Not my cup of tea. So this is a neutral party's perspective. Jessie's being bullied, Jessie's being harassed, and people are enabling this, and this is disgusting. Full stop. So, for me, leave Jessie alone, Gabbie. Leave her alone, you piece of work. Seriously. Guys, I'm out. I'm done with this video. Gabbie has pissed me off so much. This is Gabe of Happy Blobfish Productions signing off, saying take care and God bless. Peace out, everybody, and be good to one another because life is too short. We need more kindness in the world. Bye.